do not turn away.
Absolutely. Here we've got already some Georgia action. I will say, as some local Georgia boys ourselves, it has been a very good bracket for the majority of the Georgia players. We've seen some Georgia on Georgia action already. We had some yesterday with player one taking out Dusk, and today it looks like we've got Teaser on Mugen, who just won a 10th set against it was Cosmos that Mugen beat, and then Teaser won a set. I can't remember, it was Mario from I think it was
Dominator, I believe.
Yeah, it's Dominator, that's right.
Yep.
Those sets were back-to-back right after each other, so Georgia got to pop off here then, but now we're getting some in-state crime right now.
Yeah, it's really exciting to see both Georgia players doing so well, and Mugen already hitting off the jab back air combo. I mean, you can't really expect anything else from these top-level Roys in Georgia.
Right.
With both Cola and Mugen in this region. It's hard to say that you have anything else, but some of the elite players as well. Teaser, probably arguably one of the best Samuses in the US.
Absolutely.
But gotta figure out a way to at least keep Mugen off the stage and just keep him in this ledge trap, something he's pretty well known for.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, this is not a matchup that these guys haven't played multiple times. I mean, again, we're talking guys that see each other at locals on the regular basis. You can see that as they trade blows back and forth, and a lot of times you're going to see how this matchup goes that way. If one character gets the stage and then they keep it for a little while, they get their tech chases, they get their zoning in the case of Samus, and they keep it right now as great aggressive back forward air from the ledge. Wanted the charge shot, thought he would fall through the ledge to Teaser, but it didn't quite happen. Still though, sometimes you got to spin that charge shot, Ducks, just so that you can charge it again and make that presence be felt.
Yeah, both players are suffocating each other in different ways. You have Teaser, who's looking to kind of create this option paralysis on the ledge using Samus' bevy of tools at range, but Mugen just doesn't want you to have a chance to breathe at all. You can already see rushing off stage to keep Teaser in a disadvantage and just crowding this ledge, using the Blazer to keep him away. It is a textbook Roy display here, and I think the big key to this matchup is going to be a lot of stage choice between these two.
Yeah, the way that Khalil, the Mugen, really likes to play Roy is he's very, and I mean the character is on its own, he's very tech chase heavy, likes to get you into situations where he's just going to outsmart you and pick your options for you. Teaser though, playing very well with it so far, got that second stock first, and getting back into that zone control, setting up these bombs, charging the charge shot, seeing if he can just control the space so that Mugen doesn't have a chance to approach.
Good use of the double dash attack there to keep Mugen off stage, but now able to reestablish center. Mugen has to find a way to close out. The double edge dance does it. At 70%, Mugen has to definitely pick and choose their openings. Is any wrong move, Teaser puts you in this disadvantage spiral off stage, and it is so hard to recover from there.
Absolutely it is, but this is also the counterpoint to that. Roy, one hit, and there you go, 32%, and a chance to maybe even take a stock here. Falling back air, he's got him in the forward air, and now we're looking at that ledge trap situation. Samus, though, lots of ways to recover back to the stage, but that double edge dance again, evening things up here as the aggressive back air sends Mugen all the way across the stage.
Still trying to find a way past Teaser's bomb setups and making it safely back to the ground using that neutral. The charge shot lingers just enough to put him off stage. Mugen is really having trouble trying to find any even footing. You cannot risk these neutral get-ups against Teaser. It's just an easy punish.
Absolutely here is, again, shifting that shield, getting it going. Staying alive is Mugen, but basically anything that Teaser does will get the KO just now, but here we go. And the down air gets the side hit on it, Ducks, but it does get the kill. I mean, when you're at 180, about anything is going to do it.
Yeah, especially when you have those tight blast zones on somewhere like small battlefield. It feels so cramped. It benefits both characters, Samus and Roy, where you can get your jab back air easier, you can get a nair kill, or any other of these options like up tilt that Teaser uses. I really want to see if... Oh, we're just going to the same place. That's okay. I do think we're going to see some adaptations from Mugen, though. He's not getting off the Roy. That's
absolutely not.
Far and away from the answer, but possibly an adaptation of less jumping at Teaser and trying to force him to... When we saw him getting these grabs on him in the corner, setting up those aerial plays, that's where Mugen was making a ton of headway.
Absolutely here. So now we're getting a chain going, a couple of forward airs into the nair, and this is where you talk about Mugen having the most success, when he is able to control the stage and keep the space going. It's the backwards hit of the jab into that double-edged dance, and yet to take a hit has Mugen. So Teaser trying to find an aggressive option back to the stage, can't do it, has to re-grab into the ledge, back into a recovery situation. Double-edged dance onto the shield, drops the combo so he can get to the jab, but Samus, not a character you're going to be able to get too easily.
120, the 136 unanswered from Mugen. He's on an absolute rampage right now. Teaser just has to find a sign of life. The dash attack will do it, but at this point, the damage has already been done. Mugen's in a perfect position to land any type of conversion.
Yeah, Teaser with the raw charge shot into grab combo, you know, the one you see so often right there. As he continues to get this string going, and this is, again, what we've talked about. This matchup, a lot of times when these guys play, it tends to be one of momentum. It goes one way, and then it comes back towards the other side. It's not like they're trading blows back and forth. Instead, it's the trading long series of events. And right now, despite the early success from Mugen, he's going to lose his stock first. Could not get the closeout.
The rage definitely benefiting Teaser there on that dash attack, but just as soon as the stock went away for Mugen, he closes it out with that F tilt. We're back at a neutral state where now Mugen just probably has to keep this pedal to the metal. We've seen so much success with this aggression off the ledge, but Teaser going with their own approach there, getting that fair and setting up some chains for Mugen.
Yeah, he just had hit the charge shot into a grab, thought he might be able to do it again, catch Mugen sleeping. He does get the roll behind him here, but that forward air, man, you can't try to spot dodge that. It's just going to last too long. It has such a lingering hitbox on it. It's definitely punishable, but you can catch people slacking on that, and Teaser does it all the time.
Yep, and great job Mugen there being able to cut through that weakened charge shot so you can extend to the hitbox and immediately hit Teaser and keep up your advantage state. I like how he spaced off the ledge a little bit to guarantee these types of confirms. The jab back air closes it out. Mugen still rolling and using this great aerial momentum to just hammer on and keep Teaser from guessing.
That's what he does best right now. And again, we talked about it, the way that it swings one way and then it flows back the other, and Mugen with a couple of quick stocks to take the lead back. And now Teaser very comfortable here playing at the ledge. If you're going to play Samus, you have to be comfortable in your ledge game and your disadvantage, because that character loves to live there, loves to set up and try to get back. But Mugen said he's having none of that right now.
Yeah, having none of it as well, and being brave enough to go out there to challenge Teaser while he's stalling in the air. A huge sign and vote of confidence from Mugen. Double-edged dance does work on the shield there, and this is probably one of the scariest situations. Roy does have a fairly telegraphed recovery in a way, and Teaser can stuff it, but at this point, it's just about setting up this ledge trap and maintaining it and keeping Mugen on the back foot. So much trouble to get through the bomb network.
Right, people sometimes ask them, like, why do you just keep setting up the bombs? He's already had enough percent. What are you going to do? It's as much mental as it is anything else. Is you don't even give him time to think. If you're Mugen, coming right back, pressure the shield, hit him with the F smash. We have seen a couple of those F smash reads from him today, and I think this is some of the cleanest Roy play that I have seen from Mugen in a while here at this tournament. I know in the past he's at MomoCon really not lived up to the expectations that he set for himself, but he has a really good chance to do that here today if he can continue to get through Teaser.
It'd be great to see Mugen win MomoCon in his home state and just really cement that legacy even further as one of the top boys in the state. He's playing with such an air of determination right now. It's hard to not root for Mugen right now.
It is. Teaser, though, as well, looking to also cement himself as somebody that is a threat at a national level, has been a, statewide threat, a region-wide threat here for a while, much the same as Mugen has, but hasn't taken that next step just yet, and a chance for both of these guys to do that. I think the talent is there for both of them. It's just, can they keep that mental here as we get into the tougher and tougher matches? As right now, it's Teaser in control.
Yeah, Teaser is in great control right now. The use of the up airs is great to punish Mugen as they're trying to get to the ground. But I think one thing they're having trouble adapting to is that Mugen is constantly always swinging with Teaser where they're going and punishing basically the next step, that next layer of Yomi where you're like, all right, I already know what you're going to do the first time. You're going to adapt and do this so I can cover.
But Teaser really giving him a taste of his own medicine. There's a couple of times that he's read some good rolls in, read some aggressive options from Mugen, and it converts into a stock here at a really good spot because, again, Samus, that body armor is heavy. Makes the character very heavy, not easy to kill, even for a character like Roy, who has a lot of firepower. And Teaser seems like they've calmed down quite a bit here. They're starting to just relax just a bit, get their field and feet back under them.
The second time they punished Mugen for that run back dash attack, or run back smash attack.
Right.
Getting a grab and setting up the conversion. Mugen does close out the stock, but Teaser is getting so much mileage of staying back, getting the charge shot, and waiting for Mugen to either roll away just like they've done and punish with the charge shot, or just grab them and set up an aerial command. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was going to say absolutely, man. It's one of these things where both of these guys are so familiar with each other, and it's great to see them play. And you can see, you're going to act like, oh, man, they're missing the text, they're missing the reads. No, those options have worked before in the past when they have played, and they just have to figure it out. But Mugen keeps going for that aggressive F smash on the tech chase, thinking that Teaser's going to roll in, but he's continually not giving him that option.
Yeah, it almost as like a reverse condition. Like, I know you're going to roll away into me, and I can get this F smash. But at this point, Teaser has set up such an advantage in terms of percent and dominating stage control. You have to try and find either a different punish or go back to what was working, which may be the jab back air.
Yeah, I think Mugen there thought he was going to stop onto the stage, but instead does, or excuse me, the platform. Instead, all the way back to the stage goes Teaser. But I'm loving the patience and the adaptation that we're seeing here from Teaser. He's playing this a lot slower. He's deciding, you know what, look, Mugen's going to have to come at me. He's going to have to play high pace if he wants to get back into this, if he wants to win as well. That's always win condition, is to be in your face and make you panic. So let me calm down a little bit. But Mugen not giving him a chance, coming all the way off stage, 175% Ducks, but he gets the stock.
Already at max rage, losing it just as quickly as let's say, I don't want to fight Roy with max rage.
No.
That is a scary proposition.
It absolutely is. Here we go. Teaser getting back towards his comfort zone, trying to retreat away. But Mugen just coming at him aggressively. The man is just holding forward. He's not backing off at all. Deciding to stay in his face. And Teaser finally giving him a little bit of a taste of his own medicine. Trying to get that extension all the way across the stage. Dash attacks in aggressively. And the Fair putting in a lot of work, a lot of percentage right now early for Teaser in this last stock.
Mugen definitely has to find a way to get an opening, whether it's a falling up air or any of these other numerous Roy extenders. Having just trouble getting back to the ground. The air dodge does give them a little bit of time, but off stage again, starting to become Mugen's home at this point.
Absolutely. He was thinking that he might go for a tech there, but instead ends up with the down air, the sweet spot into the back air sweet spot, and now we're in the edge guard situation again. Tough for Roy to do a lot against Samus here. You really need to be on stage a lot of times to get these kills. Unless you just get a hard read off stage, and that's what we're looking for here from Mugen. He turns around with the grab, expect forward throw towards the ledge, trying to set something up here. Pressuring the shield, but the up B isn't going to do it. No, that I know we're going to get the confirm on that. You're going to act like it does, but if you DI it right, it never does. But the dash attack, man, has a lot more power than it looks like.
Both of these players are playing at such an extremely high level right now.
Yeah.
If you play either of these characters right now, watch this spot. You are getting such good information on how to play against an elite Roy or an elite Samus for your given character. It is so impressive to see that Teaser has not only fundamentally changed how they're approaching the matchup, they're adapting between interactions.
Yes.
Such a great thing to see from these top level players.
I completely agree with you here as we get right back into it, keeping it on the small battlefield. I think both of these players feel like this is a fine stage for them. There's a grab chain coming out. Can't quite connect on that last part. While we've talked about how heavy Samus is, one thing to always remember is how floaty they are as well. So you don't get the gravity that you thought you would, but maybe a little DI mix-up right there. I wasn't sure that that was going to confirm into his stock, Ducks.
Might have eaten his jump and just sent him at a really bad angle and just gave the stock away, get the fresh chance, and run back at the Samus.
And that's tough now because, again, 2 games over here to Teaser. Going to keep it very close.
Still not the end of the world for Mugen, though. We've seen how explosive they've been out over the course of this set, and trying to hold the center to set up any of these tilts or smash attacks. Mugen whiffs on the smash attack, but that double-edged dance, the tried and true, closes out the stock. We're back to a 2-stock game.
2-stock game right here, but again, both these players trying to play for their winners' lives. Every single step you take in the winner's side is just a little bit closer to that prize money and a little bit closer to that top 8. You don't want to go down to losers where you're going to have more matches to play. Right now, though, Teaser's in a really good spot, trying to get that last game here. Already racking a ton of percent up on Mugen as he takes towards the stage and just starts spamming these projectiles as he knows the Roy has to come at him.
Not just has to come at him, but surrender his shield and make a decision. Do you want to take this projectile, or can you whittle down the shield, get the grab, and eventually land something like the down tilt? Mugen's starting to utilize this rage really well. The back airs are starting to get meatier and meatier. You have to either get rid of this Roy, clear the rage, or at least keep him in a disadvantage model just long enough that he can't recover and you spike it.
And here we go. Mugen, winner's stock right here. He is going to have to make a big conversion if he wants to stay on this top side of the bracket, this Teaser. Looks for his way back to the stage. He's going to come low. Not a lot that Roy can do about that. You can't really counter it. You can't do a lot about it. But great pressure, and that's something that he does very well, Ducks, is mixing up that double-edged dance into an F tilt or a kill confirm right there on your shield. As we're dead even here, but we've got Teaser with a little bit of momentum towards the edge of the stage.
Doing a good job keeping him off stage, able to float back with this up B. Mugen has to find some way to keep in and stuffing Teaser on this pressure. If he gets that charge shot or just even able to set up a bomb network, Mugen's going to have a really awful time maintaining that center stage.
That he is. He's over the top here again, lingering hitboxes on a lot of these aerials from Samus. You got to be really careful. They last longer than you might think that they do. Is good avoidance here, trying to avoid the charge shots, but they just keep peppering, and the percentage continues to add up. Mugen not in a good spot. He's got a chance to end this, does Teaser. He's towards the edge. He's setting up these bombs. He knows that this is where he wants to be. Can he find that straight hit? Can he find the back air, the down tilt even maybe, to get this stock as Mugen finally back to the stage. Soft hit in air, doesn't quite do anything in the double edge stance. Gives him stage control, but the back air all the way across the stage to send him off.
Wow, what a finish from both of these players. Teaser really stepping up in these games to close out the set. Great job from Teaser, and what a heads-up play there on the back air to close out that set.
I love that, and we saw really, I think, what we've seen, the evolution of Teaser as a player and his ability to, you know, not always play the kind of aggressive Samus that we sometimes know him for, right? That likes to set up these combos, likes to really get stocks early, but to be able to back it off there, but then throw back some of that aggression in with that back here that we saw there to take that set. Coming back with an aggressive option, knowing that, you know, he's risking a lot right there, but the reward is so worth it.
Yeah, and it is a huge upgrade from Teaser as well. Not only can they slow down the tempo of the game and play at a level that they understand and can control and dictate it, they are also stamping and saying, look, it doesn't matter if you're one of the top representatives for your character. I can go blow for blow with you with this character. I know it inside and out. And if you're just tuning in as well, Kobe just knocked down White to the losers, 3-2 with the young Link player. Does my heart good.
That it does here, as you can see the main stage over here. Well, phenomenal set. We were catching some of that starting, you know, that set actually lasted longer than the one we just watched it. I mean, it was very, very intense. And we've got just great action coming here for the rest of the day. Like we say, we're into the last part of the bracket here. We're at top 32. We're coming down all the way to top 16, top 8. MomoCon's going to finish here today on Sunday. So, I mean, it's just going to get better and better quality matches as we move forward here. As you can take a look at the great convention center we have here at the Georgia World Congress Center, MomoCon this year has been as big and as awesome as I've seen it before, Doug's.
Yeah, it is full to the brim. We've moved to a new location because of the growth of this this convention. It's always great to see more and more players show up and just embrace this culture that we have here at MomoCon. It just makes me excited to see how many players are excited and ready to play and basically sharing the experience.
Absolutely, dude. As you can see already, the Smash area is filled all the way up. Also, something we've seen here this year, we've got some Splatoon action. We have seen some Mario Kart 8 action. Not to mention the other fighting game tournaments that we've had. We've already had some players that competed in Smash compete also into the in some of the fighting game events. But we're coming here. I think that everybody would agree that when you come to MomoCon and you think about the tournaments that we put on, Smash Brothers is the #1 event here. It always is one of the top tournaments in the nation, brings in a ton of players from around the country and even worldwide a lot of times. And, you know, I don't think we had too much of an international presence this year, but in the past we've seen a ton of international players here, and it's always a phenomenal event.
Yeah, it's always a well-created watch, and it's great to see the local talent as well, and people try and come and basically defend their state and say, look, if you want to try and win, you have to go through the best of the best, but not just that, you have to go through the top 4 to get to this pinnacle. Great players coming not just as you said from locally, but we have a lot of North Carolina players, a lot of South Carolina, a lot of Florida players as well. So it's always good to see how the scene is going, just the welcoming culture here at MomoCon.
Welcoming culture here, and just want to give you guys a little bit of update on the bracket that we're seeing here. That means Wrath and Kobe are going to be facing off because Wrath took out Chunky Kong. Teaser gets out of one Roy Fire and into another frying pan there with Cola coming up next for him. So he's doing the Georgia Gauntlet right now. DJ John on the winner's side on that upper side here. And Jazo is coming up. So that, you know, it's been good for Georgia. It's been really fun to watch these guys play. And, you know, we've got a lot of really good action. Like we've talked about, some really big upsets already. Light and Cosmos, they're about to face off here in the loser side. Those are two players that I think people had seeded to be in the top 4 to top 8, really winner's side, right? And one of them is going to go home right now.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many talent players that we see are just either getting upset or having a chance, basically having to run their chance back to the lower bracket. I'm excited to see where we're going with this match. It's not all for Ninja or Kazuya, especially in this region. So always excited to see new characters and basically bring a new lens to this game. Going to Town and City is our choice for Brand and Kazuya.
Yeah, getting a little bit of a button check here in, testing it out. You know, something I always say is always do this. You know, you think that you put in your controls right, but sometimes you haven't. And you don't want to have to stop and get set, do it. So put in the button check, get your hands warm a little bit, and just kind of get the feel for it.
Well, I mean, especially with Kazuya, you just don't want to fail your controls. Time. Make sure your inputs are fine.
Absolutely.
Run through the motion. Get it down. Like you said, you don't want to be the person who's like, oh, that's supposed to be tilt attack, and I have smash attack on my C stick. That I've made that mistake multiple times, and not great when you have to very sheepishly be like, hey, I kind of made a mistake in the controls. Can we run it back real quick?
Yeah, Wasabi and Wilds here coming up. So interested to see, you know, what this matchup looks like as they get into it. This is not one that I have seen a whole lot. You don't get a ton of Greninja players in general. At least here in Georgia, we don't have a whole lot. I mean, I know that we have a couple pop up every now and then, and they come for a while. But it's a character that I think has kind of waned in popularity since it came out in Smash 4.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see how at least the Greninja is played out. I know there's one phenomenal Greninja who's attending Winthrop in Anarchy, so seeing how Wasabi is going to run the table right now, especially against a character like Kazuya who can oppress your shield options, a character that doesn't have an option as shield in Greninja, it's going to be fun to see. And already off to the races, Greninja's just trying to keep you juggled on these platforms. You got to find a way down.
Kazuya character as well that you just can't let your guard down against, because the ability to kill threat from basically any percent that they have can make it incredibly difficult to do something. And Greninja is a character that likes to live on those edges anyway. You know, very Sheik-esque in the fact that they're I'm sorry, what?
We might have had a little bit of a fastball accident. It was intended. It was intentional. It's part of the combo.
I had to drop the percent. It was getting too high.
Yeah, exactly. There are ways for Greninja to definitely exploit these kill windows, but one thing I know is a common complaint amongst Greninja players is if you escape a certain percentage window, and I don't know what it is off the top of my head, you can't down tilt like forward air or do any of your other normal conversions anymore. But Wasabi able to clean that stock up, but it is not fun trying to get back to the ground against Kazuya. That is a position where, as an airborne character, I don't think you really want to be it.
No, absolutely, you do not. And here we go, Kazi already taking another stock. You give him one, and it's very, very tough because, again, like we talked about, Greninja already, a character that really likes to play in the margins and just likes to outspeed you, out-combo you. And, you know, if you drop anything, there's a good chance that with your weight class, you're going to lose a stock pretty early. Kazuya can really capitalize on that, as we're seeing here. One stray missed hit, one stray drop at the ledge, and you cut into a stock and a game coming out from Wilds.
Wild's just immediately going for this dominating option of a double spike on Kazuya. It feels like the way they are playing is extremely momentum driven. If Wild is able to keep up their combo game, it's like you said, Greninja is a featherweight where if you get touched, you will explode. Yeah. Getting hit by anything with Kazuya is like getting run over by a truck. You can't afford to be touched more than twice by Kazuya.
No, it's assassin versus fighter, right? Like, if Greninja is going to win, you got to get in, you got to get out, you can't get hit at all. And Kazuya is like, all right, I need to hit you like 3 times, and then I get a stop. And that's about it.
But see, even more than that, it feels like Greninja has to do a death by 1,000 cuts, like the Bane of Sheik, where, okay, I'm going to get these setups, they're a little bit more elaborate, and here's my ledge traps, like right now with these landing back airs. But Kazuya's like, all right, I finally got my Nair. I have one of my conversion strings. You're going to take 60%. The next interaction, it's over.
Absolutely. So here we go. Falling attack coming out from Kazuya. Up B, trying to continue to create this space. And again, just looking for that strong hit nose. With 70% Greninja, you're going to get one decent combo string from the Kazuya. You might get a stock here. Is yet again, throwing the Greninja up into the air. Wasabi trying to find a way to get these combos going, but kind of living in shield is Wilds. In disadvantage, but is he really? Is the up air creates so much space at the ledge, and the up B gets the stock already.
And before the Rage Drive is online to show, Wild is in a wonderful position to close out another early stock. Any of these hits can be absolutely devastating, but here comes the Rage Drive. Wasabi has to close this stock out right now.
Absolutely, but instead he's going to get caught here, take 70%. And now it's in a very tough situation because Wasabi has to just be perfect but he is not right now, and that's another stock you've got to be feeling really good if you're Wilds.
Not just feeling great, you're able to land these haymaker hits to try and close out the stock. A creative way to get a kill there from Wasabi, and good use of the counter to close it out.
Yeah, that substitute comes out really clutch right there, does get the stock, and this is what you're going to need. Greninja is a character that can do this, that can take this back, because again, you can get these extended situations. If you get the tech reads, if you get them in the tech chases that you want, you can rack up a lot of damage and finally get a kill confirmed. But Wasabi's going to have to play clean with it, and the movement's going to have to be on point, as we're seeing here. Drag down with the up air, wanted the sweet spot on that up smash, doesn't quite get it. Back throw here, doesn't think the up throw is going to kill from the ledge even just yet.
Not able to get the conversions that they're wanted. Right now, Wasabi is looking to get some of these standard conversions. The down tilt into up smash doesn't connect just yet, and having to really struggle to get any stage control. Wilds is fully dominating the ground right now, and is almost scared Wasabi off of jumping.
Absolutely, is again just continuing to just stay grounded here. Playing it like it is an actual fighting game. You know, let's not jump, let's not fight in the air. Let me just wait on you to come down and just kind of anti-air you and figure it out. As uh-oh, this could be trouble, and it does get it. Bad DI there from Wasabi, and that's 2 games down. Wilds takes 2 very quickly.
Not just taking 2 quickly, but in a commanding fashion.
Absolutely.
If you are in the spot of Wasabi, we understand the first SD is a little bit unfortunate, but shake it off. This is, like you said, it's the top 32 at MomoCon. We understand there's a lot of pressure afoot, but use the information you've gotten from these first 2 games, especially on Town and City. There are maybe different ways we can approach using the water shuriken more to try and neutralize Kazuya. We haven't really seen him lean into the use of the neutral beat yet, so there can be ways for you to possibly get in and poke down Kazuya to aid that Death by a Dozen Cuts strategy you were talking about.
Absolutely, here is we're coming into this. This is to get into that winner's quarterfinal. So if you win this one, you got 1 more game and you're on the winner's side of top 8. So you got to be able to handle this if you're Wasabi. You want to get into that winner's side, but right now, Wilds is just absolutely controlling this matchup.
It's difficult when you have a character like Kazuya who is able to basically just bulldoze you, and like you said, it's a couple of interactions. Back to the throw is not able to set up the kill just yet, but putting Wilds at the ledge, and they're able to get that command grab and take Wasabi out. 52% on the board for Wilds, and already off to the races.
Absolutely, is again setting up the string, and you can see just a couple of hits, and Wilds already back, almost lap picking percent. It looks like Wasabi is just kind of at a loss for what to do. Needs to kind of reset their middle here, get back into their game plan, start getting some of these great hits, start getting the combos that they like to see here. Good read on that, good wait out to get them off stage, see what they can do with it. Looks for the substitute again. We've already seen that take a stock before, but now they're in disadvantage state. Finally, though, back towards the stage, and the forward air does get the stock, and in a decent spot here for Wasabi.
Great use of that forward air to clutch out the stock. If Wasabi can just slow it down a little bit, they are in a good position to get some of these combos that can start keeping Kazuya in a little bit of a disadvantage spiral where he can't choose a way out, but cannot get hit by these electrics. The up B closes out cleanly.
And this is the problem here, and especially with a character that likes to come, you know, and kill you with these extended platforms, basically off the top and off the sides, coming to a stage like Town can be very dangerous. We saw that there, as again, grab coming out, looking to see if he can get anything back as Wasabi as he looks towards the ledge. Oh, I think he wanted the footstool there into a back air, but he couldn't quite get it. And yet again, just regaining the stage as Wilds and controlling every little bit of ground that Wasabi wants to take to work with.
That throw is just sending at such a painful angle. It's so impressive that Wasabi's able to cover from there. Can't close it out just yet. 121 with the Rage Art online.
That time he finally got the up B stream in the way that he wanted there, Ducks. He was able to knock them back down towards the left, and it's set up for a great back air. But again, high percentage here for Wasabi. He has to play this perfectly if he wants a chance to keep his winner's side alive.
Not just has to play perfectly, but basically play that keep away game that you alluded to. If anything at this point can convert. We know Kazuya has no shortage of kill options here, and Wasabi is doing a great job to keep it centered. Still kicking though at 146. Gets off the ledge, and Wilds is able to close it out. Good games to Wasabi.
Yeah, Wasabi there, he did his best, but it looked like maybe a little bit of a matchup experience there. Very, very comfortable play coming out from Wilds, making sure that he's, you know, just controlling the stage as much as possible, which is exactly what you want to do when you're playing a character like Kazuya. You can't let Greninja get settled. You can't let them get into that advantage state where they can keep things going. So we're here, and again, at MomoCon, you can see kind of the view of the main stage area here as we continue to get into this. The matches that I think we have coming up, a lot of them are going to be